about before how the responsiveness of the server, basically the update rate at which you're going to receive data from the server, is it adversely affects you if the people shooting at you aren't getting a high update rate. So we want to make sure that everyone gets this high update rate. That's why when we enabled it for everybody. And if your specific bandwidth requirements don't quite meet what the game requires, it'll automatically duck you down and kind of bring you back to the level of update rate that we had before we introduced the high bandwidth mode. I want to talk a bit about what the gameplay ramifications are. These kind of recap what we talked about in the previous netcode video. That's why you have our three FARAs here. So remember, in the middle here is the authoritative FARA. This is the FARA that is on the server that has received information about inputs from
What can you hear?
from
That's what I wanted to know.
the client controlling that particular FARA.
Okay.
This FARA over here would be
The hell is Jack doing in the background? Yeah, they have to text whether they want you to know that or not. Right. So you can hear the man. You could hear the man talking.
the FARA that remote users would see. This would be the target FARA if you were shooting at her. In all the cases, we talked about how your latency and the latency of the person in question will bring in the kind of the temporal and spatial distances back to the authoritative snapshot from the server. When it comes to a high update rate, there's a couple things that affects. So for the client that is controlling FARA, they are going to have their data sent to the server and the response arrive quicker back from the server, which is going to bring them closer in time to what the authoritative server snapshot is. For people shooting at FARA, for target FARA, it's actually double that. Not only do you get the processing time or the update rate time increase, bringing you closer to kind of the reality, but on top of that, we are able to decrease the interpolation delay. The first folks that actually found out about the high bandwidth stuff over the last couple days noticed specifically